What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a special premium knife live giveaway event. Tonight's knife was very generously donated at random. They just were like, hey, we want to donate something for you to give away. I was donated by Urban EDC Supply, which is really cool. You guys are going to be super excited about the knife tonight, which I will reveal later. It is currently a secret, but it is very cool. Oh, it's like, it's really cool, man. I was so pumped that they wanted to do this. So thank you very much to Urban EDC Supply. If you have never checked out their website, I have linked it in the description. It's actually right at the top, one below the entry link. So make sure you take some time to check out Urban EDC Supply. They've got some stuff that nobody else has. So pretty cool. They actually didn't tell me to do that. They just said, here's a knife we want you to give away. That's literally all they said. So thank you very much to Urban EDC Supply for doing that. Let's see. Let me get past the ad here and take a look. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hello. MC had to take a monster. Thanks, Glock. Oh yeah, you like the knives? That I didn't have quite enough room on the table there. I went kind of nuts. I was like, what do I want to put out here tonight? And I started putting more and more crazy stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put like all the crazy stuff on the table tonight. So let's see what's out. Let me think about this. I have this is gonna come off as a flex. This is less than a quarter of my collection, but you guys have already seen the collection video. Oh, hey, real quick, since we got a decent population in here right now, it's a public service announcement, I guess. I don't know, the Metal Complex public community. I will never, ever reach out to any of you in the comments section to tell you won anything. If you get a comment from something that looks suspiciously like a robot with my logo, it is in fact a robot with my logo. You did not win anything if I reach out to comments. I exclusively, when I give things away, exclusively ask the winner to reach out to me via email, which is provided to the winner after I draw the name. Do not respond to anyone. I clear them as fast as I can. I clear about 100 of those things a day. It's like I have to dedicate an extra hour of work every day to cleaning those things up. Those things suck. Most of you guys know what bots look like. Some people don't. I get messages every day saying, hey, I was supposed to like message you on this weird Telegram app, but I figured I'd reach out to you via Instagram, which is good. I'm glad people do that. But I always have to tell people that, no, you didn't win anything. It's a stupid bot. So, yeah. Bots really suck, and there's nothing I can do about it except clear them. I can hide the individual user, but they create new users. So, and somebody is doing it somewhat manually. I noticed that some of the things are like saying you won the specific knife in the video. So there is a person actually, there's at least a few people paying attention to my channel and actively trying to engage. So, I mean, whatever. Sounds like destined for the gutter lifestyle to me, but yeah, whatever. They chose that path. Good. Yeah. If they're bots, like make sure you know it's a bot and it's not me. Like don't report me. But if you know it's a bot for sure, like if they're like saying you won something and they're in the comment section, like, report it. That's the best thing you can do. Whoever you are, you can unsubscribe. It's okay. Go leave your chill like that. Nice collection, MC. Enjoy your content. Thanks. Thank you very much. I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying being a part of my knife enthusiast journey. This channel is absolutely a journey for me, and the content is documentation of the journey. It's kind of like at some point, I'm hoping that someday people will look back and be like, studying the Metal Complex. Like, here's what happens when somebody goes absolutely nuts with something as simple as a pocket knife. This is how crazy the his mental state was, and this is what happens when you become obsessed with pocket knives, you know? That's like the dream. Yeah, the gravity knives are illegal in a lot of places, that's for sure. So, hey, I want to talk about something that's not knives, real quick. How many of you guys saw the viral, oh my God, I couldn't believe I watched the video and I was like, what is wrong with people? I'm sorry. I'm laughing so hard because there were so many people that just believed, they took it at face value and believed it. The viral TikTok, and it eventually went to Twitter, about somebody spotting a giant on top of a mountain. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Type 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Oh God, I am losing faith in humanity. Oh God, So it turned. I was like, why is this so viral? Like I was like, yeah, there sure seems to be a dot at the top of that mountain, which my first thought was, well, somebody should Google Maps it. I mean, it's not a giant. That's ridiculous. A giant? What do they mean? Like a huge person? So of course somebody does Google Map it, and they said, well, no, it's a tower. The disturbing part is that there was an alarming number of people who believed immediately that, number one, giants are real, and number two, this was a sighting of it, right? This is according to these people who believed it, just a giant who wandered off and happened to be seen on camera. Well, the uploader of this content immediately, turned back. It's funny. He leaned into this and created a video where he's like, I guess saying something like, oh, no, it's fake. But he had this air of like, I'm being forced to say this by the government, really trolling everybody. And people absolutely ate it up. And so now there's this giant conspiracy that the foundation of this conspiracy is, number one, giants are real. And we have the evidence, which is literally just a crappy rectangle shot of a thing on top of a mountain. Number two, the government has threatened this person into creating a response video saying that it's not. And number three, there are people claiming that the government immediately constructed a tower up there after this person captured a giant. And there's all these people ferociously defending it, right? Which is absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, one sec. Oh, she upstairs, like way upstairs? In the middle room? Would you tell her I'm down here? Okay. So anyways. Yeah. So what I think is funny is there's obviously a gigantic population of people who are intentionally gaslighting this. And they're like, oh yeah, and they're jumping in and leaving really serious like government conspiracy comments, intentionally stirring up people who are that gullible. But the alarming part to me is that there are people on this earth, like tens of thousands of people on this earth who are like, yep, that's a giant. I knew it. There's a giant. And the government is hiding. The government is hiding giants. What? What? Oh my God. I know he passed. I know, that's the crazy thing. The reason that this is lighting up is apparently the guy did pass away at some point. And so everybody's freaking out and saying he was like the government took him down or something. This is a horribly unfortunate coincidence. I don't know what to say to people. I'm trying to imagine having a conversation with a person who's like, giants are real. I saw it, man. I saw it on TikTok. I don't know. If you don't know, if you haven't gathered this about me, I walk your own path in life and believe whatever you want. That's fine. I'm not going to kick in your door. But since you're here, in my world, the earth is round. It's not flat. Not really, investing too much mental energy into the idea that people who read tarot cards are doing anything real. Magic's not real. You can't move spoons or bend them with mind powers or what. I live firmly grounded on planet Earth is what I'm saying. And so I take obvious things like this with just a fair bit, like just a minimum effort when it goes to just general criticism. And I just, of all the things, oh man, I can't imagine how someone makes it that far in life and they're like, oh my God, giants are real. I knew it. What on earth, man? Oh. I don't know. I found myself laughing and I was also confused and I was frustrated and then I was sad and scared for humanity. Don't. It's just silly. Okay. I would love to wake up one day and try, because believe me, as a 12-year-old, like I remember mowing the front yard with a riding mower. We had the house I grew up in had a large front property, and it was my and my brother's responsibility to mow it. And I remember being out there with nothing else to do because my Walkman or my CD player would run out of batteries. And I remember taking my hands off the steering wheel and desperately trying to throw a Kamehameha wave because I would, my episode of Dragon Ball Z had been interrupted, so I'd go mow the yard on a Saturday. And, subconsciously I knew like it's not possible. Believe me, I would love for one day just a spark to ignite between my hands and be like, oh, it is real. But, unfortunately, that's not the world that we live. It's just not a possibility. Yeah. Now, I don't know that at some point, like if I, like, let's say I had like multiple millions of subscribers, then people would say he's in on the conspiracy. The feds are putting pressure on Metal Complex to keep the conspiracy of the giants on the down low. Oh man. Let's get lucky. Thanks for your donation. Thank you for taking my obsession and turning it into a reality show where fingers can be lost at any moment. You're welcome. You're welcome, man. Thank you for the donation. Mike says, yes, one day I'll find a Pokemon. Listen, if you find a Pokemon, I'll be interested, but I want to see it, it needs to be tangible. It can't be just, I need tangible evidence. I haven't been reading the comments. I'm just assuming everyone in here is sane. I should go back and see if there are any giant supporters. Birds aren't real. That's my favorite comment of the night so far. You're not real, man. Oh, sorry. Dustin Witt, hey MC, what do you think about Winkler knives? I don't have any experience. I would very much like to experience them. If I haven't already, it's hard to remember everything I've uploaded, but I don't believe so. So yeah. All perspective is real. I mean, the perspective itself, right? But like I would very much love to imagine a large cream cheese pizza with 0 calories in front of me right now, So I would love to believe that that's a real thing or that it could be. But unfortunately, what I know about digestible nutrients and how my taste buds react to things that don't have calories in them, I know that it can't be, at least not yet. It's real in my mind. Yeah. What knife is that? What knife is that? Sorry, we should talk about knives. What knife is that second to the right of the shaman? That is the Vero Engineering Isotope Integral with the Damascus inlay. I think there are 9 of these that exist. There are quite a few isotopes, but only 9 with the Damascus inlay, I think. I think that's what Joseph told me. So, oops, it's a little high. Some of these are a little bit high up there, I think. Or maybe not. It's just my camera versus the... Is it a real knife? Yes. Everything on the table is real. Would you rather have a Damascus blade or a Damascus handle? I'd rather have a Damascus blade. But, I mean, it depends on what the Damascus is made of, right? There are lots of different types of Damascus. There's cheap Damascus, right? You can buy, Poo-Poo Town Damascus on Amazon for $30 if you want, or you can buy Damasteel, Damacore, or super high-end like Chad Nichols Damascus, which is made of 2 or more compositions that are premium and actually designed for performance. So I'd rather have a Damascus blade. Clifton Keel, welcome to Knights Around. Welcome back, actually. He's got that green helmet. Knights Raise Your Swords, once again, for Clifton Keel. Enjoy the badges and emojis. And we also had somebody gift a bunch of memberships. Aaron, not Aaron, gifted 10. So congratulations to the 10 people who won Metal Complex memberships. Very nice. Extremely generous. Wonderful. I think all of us have ventured down the rabbit hole of various conspiracies. I mean, that's what happens when you, when you indulge in the internet. Anymore, the internet, no matter what you try to do, search engines and just, information in general, different groups, it's designed to create a personalized echo chamber for you. So the moment you start looking into something, and the moment you start to mentally sort of lean in favor of one side of an argument, whatever it is that you're researching, whatever tool you're using to research is 2 steps ahead of you. It's already creating your own personalized echo chamber. I mean, literally what we're doing right now is an example of that, right? I am getting reaffirmation of my this is probably some type of mental disorder, to be honest with you. But I've created my own echo chamber with as much reaffirmation as I could possibly need in the form of an audience who cheers me on because I give stuff away and because you guys like the same type of stuff that I do, right? We share the same stuff and we live in this world now, right? So I feel like it's important to be aware of it, but also I think it's important to realize that in some cases, there's little that we can do to be susceptible to certain things that are specifically catered to break us of preconceived notions, I guess. Does that make sense? Is this translating correctly? Yeah, I had 3 Gatorades. But anyways, collectors encouraging collectors. Yeah, exactly. This is the world we live in now. We actually, I would, a lot of people say the singularity is ahead of us. I would say the singularity has begun. I think it began 10 years ago. I think it began the moment the internet was created. It was in the 90s or the late 80s, early 90s. Can't remember when that was. Early 90s. Gatekeeper gifted 10 Metal Complex memberships. Thank you very much, Gatekeeper. You guys are being super generous to each other tonight. Thank you. Ian Perkins, welcome to Knights Around. Just a little bit right ahead of the 10 gifted ones, but thank you very much, Ian. Raise your swords for Ian. I enjoy badges and Excalibur emojis. Yeah, I don't overindulge in those anymore. I think conspiracies are a fun read, but you got to take everything with a grain of salt. You can't get your education about any subject online. It's just everything. You got to take everything. You only get 5% of the truth from reading. So that's all we can go on sometimes, I will say this. After having viewed the video of the giants on top of the mountain, I have concluded that it is, I would say, a 75-pound bucket of liquid duck shit. Not basically what I'm saying is not true at all. That's what I've personally concluded after watching it for 10 seconds. So I don't know about you. Some people seem to take it very seriously. So yeah. How is the K390 Ladybug holding up? It absolutely needs a new edge. That thing, here it is. Look at this. Look at this thing. Oh God, it's just barely hanging on. This thing needs a new edge. It's ready. But, look at this, though. K390 is pretty, there are no crazy chips in it. This thing is really beaten up, guys. It gets used constantly. And, I mean, look at that edge. It's never, ever, it's basically just a V, right? An apex, an unsharpened apex now. But, I mean, under a microscope, we'd probably see some. There might be a couple, but really, no. God, really not. I love that thing. It's expensive keychain knife, but Spyderco K390 is pretty freaking wicked, man. I've put more into that K390 than, I know more about K390 and how it holds an edge than probably any other steel now, because I'm always like, this is the one knife that is always on me no matter what. No matter what. Another thing that I've really enjoyed is the Glow Rhino, the titanium tube with the large piece of tritium. This is really great, and that little glass vial's got a couple of nicks in it, but this thing glows. This was expensive, but I can always see my keys. I love it. The consistency of your giveaways will be studied by professors for years to come. I certainly hope so. This is a unique situation where there are people here because I was watching a channel was talking about, YouTube channels that are constantly doing giveaways. Their audience is purely based on people who are don't really care to follow them, but are only there to win something. And I think that that's, partially true. But the nice thing is that I feel like whether I give something away or not, there are still this community, the foundation of this community that hangs out here is pretty solid. Knife people will hang out if they can win something or not, right? And you'll certainly get more people in a live stream if you are, giving something away. But knife people in general are like, yeah, if I win something, great. But if not, whatever. I still want to talk about knives and stuff. And so that's nice. I appreciate that. Ethan, that's not exactly true. What did Ethan say? Boys like Spyderco, but the models I like, they don't have anymore. Like the Pico. Yeah. The ratio of things I've won versus things you've made me buy is several thousands to zero. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, hold on a sec. I gotta check on my daughter real quick. One sec. Honey, you okay? Okay. All right. We're good. My wife had to leave for a sec, so just got to check on her. Okay. Am I a member? I don't care. I want to be. You don't have a badge by your name, but you can join those little. If you're looking in chat, the people that have the little badges beside their names, that's the membership. You can join if you want to. The link's in the description. It says become a member of the Metal Complex YouTube channel. Fight back. Send MC stuff he wants to buy. Yeah, you guys do that to me all the time. Kyle has done it twice. Kyle has cost me over $2,000. So he knows that you think that I do it to you. You guys do it to me all the time. Look at the table. Look at the table. It's your fault. It's it. All of you. You did this. You did all of this, right? I had no part in this whatsoever. Lost all muscle controls. I pulled my credit card out of my wallet and said, sure, take it. K390 versus S90V. That's hard. I haven't used S90V much. Is S90V... Somebody's going to have to help me out with this. I'm pretty sure S90V that's properly heat treated is still rated as higher potential edge retention than K390, but not as high as Maximate. Or does it go M390 and then a slight step up K390 and then a half step up Maximate? Somebody help me out there. I feel like S90V is still better than K390 in the edge retention department. Been carrying a Ladybug on my key since 2018. Love the little thing. Mine's only VG10, but it resharpens up super great every time. I bet it does. That K390 is going to be a nightmare, man. K390 is harder. S90V is tougher. Interesting. I'm going to make a statement here about S90V. S90V, in my opinion, is all the way around a better steel than M390, and I would very much like to start seeing S90V just take the place of M390 on premium blades. I am much more likely to spend extra money on a knife if it is in S90V, and a couple of companies have started to realize that this is the case. S90V is definitely more expensive for these companies to purchase versus M390/20CV. But I don't know about how you guys feel, but when it comes down to it, right, just the feeling of premium and the performance and the overall balance, I used to really crap on S90V, and I have turned 180. S90V is flat out more preferable, not just for edge retention, but the overall balance and just the premiumness that it brings to the table. And it seems like knife makers, manufacturers, design, like all of them are able to get it heat treated better, more consistently. Egg sent me $1 and then retracted his message. Thank you very much, Egg. Kirkster131, welcome to the Knights Around. Knights raise your swords. Enjoy the badges and Excalibur emojis. S90V is great. I still think M390 is fine. I'm just not a fan of the balance. The balance bothers me, and it seems so properly heat treated M390 seems, in my experience, and I don't know this. I don't have a lot of, versatile or varying experience, but properly heat treated M390 just seems more chippy. I don't know. K420 versus S69. Also, you missed it. What is it's Landon screwing with me? I don't know. Are those steals that are real? I missed the super chat. Thanks for your donation. Egg, I saw that. Egg sent another $1. Oh, okay. Egg sent $2. Thank you very much. What is K4? I think Landon's messing with me. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I'd like to try some 15V. I heard that's pretty crazy. Somebody help me out. Is 15V versus S125V versus Rex 121? I know that Rex 121 is the king of edge retention if they can actually achieve that miraculous 71 Rockwell, which is unheard of. 15V, I guess, versus S125V. Which has better edge retention when properly heat treated? Boss 619, thanks for your donation. Very generous. Thank you. S35VN is stainless and 3V is not. 3V has, I love 3V. It's awesome and it's super tough. If you need a stainless steel, S35VN. If you don't, go with 3V. That's my take. 15V, somebody help me out. Anybody know? 15V versus S125V when we're talking edge retention alone. It does. Rhinosaur says 15V. The difference between 10V and 15V is the extra parts of vanadium, if I'm not mistaken, which is insane. Is it 15% vanadium? Is that why they call it 15V? Slushy, thanks for donation. No memberships this live. Next week, promise. Hey, that's fine. You're not obligated. Michael Pacella, thanks for your donation. Have you gotten a Daily Carry Co. knife? Have you gotten the Daily Carry Co. knife? No, I haven't. If you could send me a picture on Instagram, that'd be cool. 15V in the new PM2. So 15V is, I need two confirmations. It is, in fact, I'm asking, higher potential edge retention than S125V when optimally heat treated. And is it 15% vanadium? Is that why they call it that? I want to know. 15V is 14.5% vanadium. They should have called it 14.5V. That's crazy, though. I must be why then. Rye Clark, thanks for your donation. Thanks. I'm sorry. Let's see you get some fingerprint on that custom. Also, no ballast songs. Keep up the good work. I don't want to put fingerprints on that custom. I like it shiny. I actually had fingerprints on it before I started the live. One day I will find a ballad song that makes me want to buy it, but that day has not come yet. I'm also really I'm budgeting for a Dalibor right now. And I also have another one, one that way back in one of the videos where I went through retailers, I criticized unfairly a certain maker, and I got to looking at their page and realized I was being stupid, and I messaged them and I said, hey, you don't know this, but I was initially critical of your work and I was being dumb. So I'm sorry about that, but I think your work is really great. And I wanted to know if your books are open. And he and I got to talking, and so I might be ordering from that person too. I'm going to keep that a surprise. I like to be wrong. I mean, I don't like to be wrong, but I like something good to come from it. I like to be wrong if I benefit from it, is what I'm saying. Oh my God. Dylan Crow, did you pick up an F-22? I did not, but thank you for asking. Thanks for your donation. Hi-Fi Cat 101, thanks for your donation. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday! Got my pipes fixed today, and ProTech is doing a run of Mordax. It's a good day. That's great, man. That's great. Can we see the Alpha Beast? Sure. Has anybody not seen this knife? So this is the PMP Alpha Beast, except this is one of 5 that exist in solid Damasteel. I can almost guarantee that that is the thickest piece of Damasteel that anybody's ever seen. This was a surprise from PMP. So they made a bunch of Alpha Beasts in D2, and then they made 5 of them in Damasteel, and they all came with Mokutai clips. So it is pretty thick, but I'm sure you guys have seen this. I have milked that thing, you know, lots of shorts, lots of reels. It's just a ridiculous knife. It is fun, and it is impressively well made. I cannot believe, you know, people are always like, oh, you know, there's no way it can slice. I try to do this periodically just to show people it actually is sharp. It's funny, but it actually is sharp. It's just really thick. I mean, if you try to cut some like a thick piece of cardboard, it's obviously not going to do very well. But can it slice paper? Definitely. What am I going to baton with the Alpha Beast? Air? It's really good at batoning oxygen. Like surprisingly good. It cuts through it like it's not even there. It's wild. Do you like LMAX? I love LMAX. LMAX is an unsung hero of the knife world, and it is unfairly treated. LMAX is a wonderful composition. Comparable to S35 VN and S45 VN, but I believe it has slightly better edge retention and not quite as good in the toughness department. That could also be backwards. It's hard to remember. But it's right there in that ballpark. S35 VN, S45 VN. The knife is sick. Thank you. Thanks very much. Is that the Black Strider? No, you're talking about this. This is the DLC version of the Custom Knife Factory and Rotten Evo 3.0. It just looks very stridery. So sorry about the fingerprints. The actual Strider is down here. Kunwu X-Tau and LMAX or Kaiser Dropper and LMAX? Kunwu X-Tau. That's a great knife. G. Dilla, thanks for your donation. I purchased James Brand Klein and Huckleberry Wax Trucker jacket in the same month. What is happening to me? What is happening to you? I don't know, man. I feel like you might have to buy a casual vest and a pocket watch now. Yeah, I think you might have to. I feel like you better complete the ensemble there. Maybe start talking a lot about how Catcher in the Rye really opened your mind to some BS perspective of the world or something. I don't know. Let me tell you something. I read Catcher in the Rye and felt nothing. I do not understand what it is about that book, why it is so celebrated. From what I got, this was a grouchy teenager who had a very cynical view of the world and overthought everything. I hated it. I hate that book. I thought that book was terrible. But it's okay if you like it, just on that topic. Not saying that the person I was talking to likes it, or just on that topic. Catcher in the Rye is awful. I don't like it at all. I feel like it's not the first time I've talked about this. I don't like it. Yeah, so it's just a book about a teenager and what he was thinking. Like, why is this a book? Terrible. I don't understand. What's your sub $250 big and heavy folder? I'm a 3V Demco. My sub $250 is 100% the knife that I would trust essentially any task to. Is the Cold Steel AD10. The Tanto or Drop Point. You don't have to have the special G10 and S35VN version as shown here. You can get the light version. This is ridiculous. And I like it more than the SR1 because the blade geometry is better. This is like the most heavy-duty folder that I would legitimately carry on my person. I think it's just barely there in the acceptable EDC size for me. But there is almost nothing I wouldn't do with this knife. I love this knife, and it is ridiculously recommendable for people looking for something that is reasonably sized, but is so over-the-top durable and capable. It's just, oh my God, this knife is so awesome. Absolutely. Goku, welcome back to the Knights of the Round, buddy. I was wondering where you were. Haven't seen you in a bit. Knights Razor Swords for Goku. It's pretty nice to have a celebrity in here. Always felt like, despite the fact that Goku is not much of a, he doesn't like to use, melee weapons or anything, even though these are tools, right? He's got that power pole, but for some reason he dropped it off, he just stopped using it at some point. But it's nice to know he's a fan of knives. Rye Clark, welcome to the Knights Around Knights Razor Swords for Rye Clark. Enjoy the badges and emojis. The Friday the 13th carry knife would be the Spyderco, that big orange Spyderco that looks like a folding machete. What is that thing? Do you like the new Towser K and LMAX? Absolutely. The Towser K is a wonderful design, and it constantly flies under the radar. Porthos, thanks for your donation. Hi, Metal. Do you have recommendations on where to get nice purple hardware for an XM24? I don't think Hinderer makes any. I can't remember ever seeing purple hardware. It doesn't mean they don't make it. I can't remember if Adrenaline XXX Adrenaline makes Hinderer hardware on eBay. But there's another guy. If you type in XM24 hardware or XM24 screws on eBay, there is somebody who's been there for years who's been making stuff. I don't know if they do purple. You might be able to have it custom done. You might be able to buy titanium hardware, have the anodization removed, and have somebody like Knife Modders do it for you. It would be expensive, but you could do it. Subvert. Yeah, the Spyderco Subvert is the right Friday the 13th carry. I can't imagine Jason Voorhees being an orange fan, though. Did you ever do anything about that Cold Steel fixed blade of the bad grind you got a few months ago? I'm sorry I missed it. So the supplier was actually really nice, and they said, I'll replace it for you if you want, but he said, I'm going to be honest with you. every single one of these is weird. And I did not realize, apparently the Taipan, and the more I thought about it, the more it makes sense. That's a really hard grind to get done correctly at that price point. That is a long double-edged blade. So it doesn't matter if you're paying full price or not. I should go back and correct that in the comment section of that video. I came down on like low priced Amazon knives, but the reality of that is that you're very likely to get a goofy Taipan blade no matter what. So you weren't kidding about how cool the Winter Blade Co. Factor is. I just got mine the other day, and I haven't set it down. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I feel like I'm really glad to hear that. I haven't heard anything but echoes of what we've been saying. All of us who reviewed those things, we knew that everybody would love those, and it's so nice that people are getting them and loving it. Brian Winters deserves to be famous, way more famous than he is, But the cool thing about him is he doesn't really seem concerned about whether or not he's famous. He's like, I just like that people like my knives, He's going to keep doing what he's doing either way, right? So I can't get my hands on one, I wish. I feel like in the future, the Factor will be more readily available. The OEM he's working with, which I think is it Bestech or Ria? I think it's Bestech. They'd be smart to do bigger runs and work with him aggressively. They would be very smart to do that. Let's see Sebenza. Been looking at getting one. I'm going to tell you a secret, Canyon Rock. I'm going to tell you a secret. I do not own a Sebenza. The Sebenza is a recommendable model. It is well made. It is worth your money. Chris Reeve is obviously somebody who is substantially more knowledgeable than me. I mean, I can't even begin to validate my own criticisms. So all I'll say is I just don't really like the Sebenza, and I think it's probably the aesthetic. It brings me nothing. It makes me feel absolutely nothing. There are no sparks there. It's the end of a sparkler for me. No, it's a sparkler that never lights. I do like the Umnumzon though a lot. Look up XXX Adrenaline XXX. He does custom hardware for my Benchmade 940, and he does hinders as well. Okay, so it is Adrenaline. Okay, I've been buying hardware from Adrenaline for a decade. That's if you want custom hardware, that would be my first choice. I don't think that guy knows that I exist. He's not paying me to say that. That's legitimately he does good work. Ben Cheeseman, thanks for your donation. Thoughts on the Medford Praetorian Scout? I've been abusing one for 4 years, and it's held up well. Love your content. Wish you the best. I don't know. I can't remember if is that the thin one? Oh, no. Oh, the Scout is the G10 one for the line. I've never reviewed that knife. You've been abusing it for 4 years, and it's held up. I always thought that the liner in particular looked so skinny, but it's probably in contrast to the blade. Does he still make that? I haven't seen one for so long. Ooh, you know what an unsung hero is? You know what I want to see come back? Hold on. Oh, boy. Oh, I forgot. There's a lost gem. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, there it is. I don't know what happened to these guys. The Fantoni HB 01, 02, and 03. Oh, goodness. Look it up. The Harzi Fantoni HB01. Speaking of S125V, this knife, there's a special edition out there that is surely worth a lot of money right now that is in S125V. The standard version is in S35VN. I don't know if they still make it. Bill Lowe, welcome to Knights Around Knights Razor Sword for Bill Lowe. I would very much love to review that knife. I have not done it yet. Can you still buy it anywhere? Arizona Custom Knives. No. The last ones went a long time ago for 200, 225. I used to own one and stupidly sold it. I very much miss that knife. Zero Tolerance came out with an incredibly good-looking fixed blade. Is it the 0006? Has anybody seen ZT's new fixed blade in 3V? Because that is definitely a step in the right direction. I'm going to bat for ZT tonight, guys. I'm rooting for ZT. I would love to see them do something that is more catered to the fan base from 2012 to 2014 or so, 2010 to 2014, 2015, all the way up to 2017, I guess. The 0006 is a beautiful fixed blade. A little skeptical of that steel guard. I want to know how that's fixed on there, but yeah, the 0006. I do not currently own any ZT folders. There are ones that I would. Oh no, I do own one. I'm sorry, I own an 0392, but that hardly counts, right? Where is that thing? There it is. I own this guy, and I know you guys know why I own this. This is identical to a Hinder. This isn't like, oh, like the 0562 is a Hinder. No, this is like freaking identical to an Eclipse, which I actually have right here. It's a non-flipper, but these are almost identical in functionality and everything. I mean, the 0392 is one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite knives that exists. There's 700 people in here listening to me ramble on about Giants and Goku and Pokemon and Catcher in the Rye and whatever else we've been talking about tonight. You have not. Nobody has missed the giveaway. Have you guys noticed how to enter? There's just one step. I would love to tell everybody to subscribe, but truthfully, I'm kind of feeling the channel has gained over 1,000 subscribers a day for 2 weeks straight now, and we're approaching 200,000. You guys are doing everybody's doing a good job subscribing. I feel kind of silly asking people to subscribe. So subscribe or don't subscribe, whatever. I'm just trying to give something to you guys tonight. So thank you for helping me grow this channel to a ridiculous number. I think we're at 193,000 subscribers right now, which is just insane. My goal for the end of 2022 is to reach 100,000, and we're almost at 200,000 now. So that was pretty cool. The Kai USA lineup for 2023 was extremely underwhelming. 1ZT, and it's a fixed blade. It's nice, but they know what we want, and they keep ignoring us, starting to annoy. It is, but I looked through the comments. I agree with you, Landon. Kershaw has some cool stuff, though. They made an OTF, I think, if I remember seeing that correctly. And some of their budget stuff was kind of neat. It was okay. The fixed blade was definitely the highlight, but I also looked through the comments, and ZT had replied to somebody saying something similar to you, and they said, don't worry, we've got more. We've got stuff that we're waiting to release. You need a powerful 2023 opener, so I'm not saying that it's going to get perfectly, like, if it's like a graph, it's not like everything that they release is going to be universally received as better and better from the 0006. But I do believe that ZT, and I don't know, they don't tell me, but I believe, I have faith, as a glass half full person, that ZT will release something cool this year. I just feel it in my bones, and I really just, I want them, I really just want them to, you know. I like to believe that companies can. I don't like to be like, they're done, and just poop all over them. I don't like to do that. Where's the fun in that? What enjoyment do we get out of it? We don't benefit from that. Criticism has its place. Cynicism has its place. But hope, I would say, is much more important. Hope and faith. You can use that however you want. Much more important. And it's much more beneficial, right? I think so. I don't know. Be positive. Let's have a positive. Landon, be positive. I missed the super chat. Thank you. Let me go back. Slushy, thanks for your donation. How would you say YouTube Shorts impacted your growth? Dramatically. This last month, I got an extra 4 million views from YouTube Shorts. So quite a bit. And they're going to start paying us, like literally in February. They're like, yep, now we're going to pay you for that too. So that's cool. I'm not going to like make less regular content and make more shorts. I'm going to keep doing 2 a day and just make more shorts. So instead of once a week, it'll be 2 to 3 shorts a week, plus your regular 14 uploads. I'm just going to add to my workload. I like making shorts, right? But, you know, getting paid more is definitely a bigger incentive, so I'll try to do more fun shorts and do silly things and do little top 10s. I might do tiny little top 10s and just things that I think you guys might enjoy, right? I just did Switchblades tonight. Little things like that, right? Add some music to it, make it fun. Charlie Metcalf, thanks for your donation. Appreciate that. James Harrell, thanks for your donation. Is the EXO actually worth the price tag? It's cool. You have to really like gravity knives, but it's really like disappointing that the thing doesn't lock shut. It's frustrating, but it is fun though. You know, show us your face. There are thumbnails with my face. Go to my channel, click on live streams, and just go back through the thumbnails, and my face is in a bunch of them. I'm not gonna put my face under here because it's weird. It'll just be like this side, like like getting my head in there. You know. I don't want that angle of my face being screenshotted by everybody. I'm waiting for it to actually pop up on the video feed so I can see what I did here. I'm wearing a CRKT hat if anybody's curious. Big dude that looks cool but could whoop some. I don't know. I've never been in a fight in my entire life. Not once. But a bunch of wrestling matches. Never an actual fight. It's funny, a few weeks ago, I tend to use my mouth. I tend to mouth off more than physically fight. Like if I do get, a long time ago when I was younger, if I got in bar altercations, it was usually just my mouth. It's funny, a few weeks ago I asked in your live if Kershaw would do OTFs like their launch line, and here they go and announce one. Interesting. I had no play in that whatsoever. Let's see. OTFs are fun, yep. Taiwan versus US made Demko. The USA one is hands down. Like the US, the USA one is ridiculous. So, USA, Taiwan. The USA one is way more heavily polished. It just feels like a totally different. I mean, the Taiwan one is nice, but it's great. But the US one is ridiculous. Like this thing is. It's crazy, you know? It's like it was Hinderer produced. I've had this one for a long time. This is one of the first ones with the domed off screws, right? So this is an OG, full tie. Got it when they first came out, paid $625 for it. Oh, I turned it the wrong way. It's about time to reveal the knife, and I just realized I have to move all of these back off the table. These are all mine, everything that's out here tonight, so it's got to go back in the case. How's Elden Ring going? I think I'm on level 188, and I'm halfway through New Game Plus, and I stopped to finish God of War from 2018 so that I could play God of War Ragnarok, and then I bought a Switch and played Mario Maker and Super Smash Brothers. And then I bought an analog pocket. Is anybody in here know what the analog pocket is? Holy crap. I bought an analog pocket, and that was one of the best purchases. I love the analog pocket. Porthos, you should do a whole live stream doing Nick Shabazz. I don't want to do that. The Analog Pocket is like everything you could ever want in a Game Boy from the original, like the old nostalgic experience of having a Game Boy, except it has a 1440 something or other screen, and it fully supports like every physical hardware of all the old handheld and console systems before N64-ish, right? So you can literally put cartridges in it from like anything, Game Gear, freaking Pocket Neo Geo, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, all of that. But it also supports OpenFPGA. It plays ROMs. So I put a 500 gig card on that thing and downloaded like 40,000 games. Yeah. It is my favorite. And I know that there's other emulation consoles, but this thing is built like a luxury machine. It is beautiful. The Analog Pocket. The wait is a long time. I just got on eBay and overpaid for it. I think it cost me a little over $300. But man, the Analog Pocket is so cool. Look it up. It looks amazing. Look it up. Google it. Analog Pocket. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful handheld console. Can play anything, like any of your old favorite, like all the Pokemon games and everything, they're all on there. It's beautiful. Right? Aiden Hughes just looked it up. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's like a modern Game Boy. Exactly. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. The picture it's so crisp. Like the colors are amazing. I beat Adventure Island 2 and Adventure Island 3 on it the other day, something I didn't do as a kid. And you can use save states, right? So you don't have to like game over and go back to the beginning. It's awesome. Yeah, it's $219 if you want to wait for like 6 months to a year. I didn't want to do that. So I went ahead but you have to pay $25 in shipping and taxes. So I bought one on eBay for a little over $300. No additional charges, free shipping, and I was like, you know what, that's worth it. I'll pay an extra $40, $50 and I'll have to wait. Kobe Tyler, I just sold something. Oh yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna have to get one. Oh man. If you play any card games, I still like to play the new Pokemon trading card game periodically. But after a while, I'll play it for like a month, and then what I'll do is I'll go back and play the old like Game Boy Color Pokemon trading card game, like the cartridge. I'll just go back and play that because it's so simple. It's one of my favorite things to play on Game Boy is the old one. And then I found out you can play the second game, Trading Card Game 2, which was only released in Japan, but somebody modded it to be like subbed in English. So I played through that as well. I love those. Nostalgia. Is Jason Clark in here? Hold on a sec. Wait a minute. Jason Clark, like the Jason Clark? Or you just have the same name as the knife maker? There's a famous knife maker named Jason Clark, and I don't know if that's who you are. Matt Roberts, welcome to the Knights of the Round. Knights raise your swords for Matt's. Enjoy the badges and Excalibur emojis. Yeah, I want a God of War movie too, but they can't mess it up. I need the game development team behind the movie. I don't want some, director who's like, oh yeah, no, I know about that game. Let me put my own creative spin on it, right? We do not need any more directors, writers. We don't need these people who are like putting their own stupid creative spins on something that is already great, already golden and perfect. Make the movie, take your creative whatever and throw it out the window and make God of War. Make it the way that it should be. Take the perspective of the old games, take the perspective of the new games, but make it pure and don't mess it up. It shouldn't be that difficult. You can make it a 2.5 hour movie, right? Make it a trilogy or quadrology or whatever. Tie it into the new movies just like the games did, whatever. The blueprints are there, right? It's like what they did with the Halo TV series. I don't even want to watch it. I saw the reviews and it just made me mad. Stop trying to make it, some kind of weird thing. Okay. I've been ranting about a whole bunch of weird stuff tonight. I'm going to slowly put this stuff back. You'll just bear with me. I'm going to put this stuff back here real quick. Oh, come here, baby boy. Oh, here. We're just going to. There we go. There we go. Just give you a little look at a zero contrast etch, polished Damacor. There we go. Let's see here. What is the order that I generally put these in? That one there. And then we need a Shirogora feed. This guy right here. No, this one goes first to RJ Martin. And then this guy. If you have a case, you're probably like me and you put things in order. That's just how we do it. F95. Quantum. And that guy goes here. The Rockstead. The Deadlock goes here. Dark Horse. There you go, bud. You are right here. This one, whatever we decided to call it. The Demco. This guy. Oh boy. This one, does it go up here? Yeah, I think so. The brown goes over here. The two jacks, I'm pretty sure, go right here and right here. And we got this big boy, this big boy, this little boy. Hang on, bear with me. I'm almost done. You're going to go there. You're going to go right here. And this fat boy has got to go over here. Okay. Oh, you want to see the Shaman? Okay, I'll show you the Shaman real quick. These are custom-made Med and Boss Zircotai scales. The scales are solid Zircotai, and this is an S90V blade. And then we have an MXG deep carry clip. This thing has broken in beautifully with the right centering. I think, do I need to adjust it, or is it still? It's still on. Is it? I think maybe I need to give it a little pivot turn, but this thing broke in pretty well. It's still, yeah, it's good. Okay, so some of you might be able to guess what this is. By the way, if you have not entered yet, it's time to. There's 900 people in here. Wow, 900 people. That's awesome. Almost 1,000 people in here watching right now. This is a cool knife. I am noticing that the likes are only at 470. It'd be really nice to get those up to about 908 or so. I'm just kidding. Like the live stream, dislike the live, whatever you want to do is fine. I appreciate the likes, though. If you have not entered the giveaway, if you've popped in just now, this is your last chance to enter. There's a link in the description of the live stream. You need to open up the description. You need to click on the very first link that says enter here, watch the short video, and then leave a simple PG comment so that YouTube does not filter you. That's all you have to do. This knife was once again donated out of the blue by Urban EDC Supply, which was really nice. They didn't say I had to do anything. They were just like, we want you to take this and give it away. That's all they said. So I like Urban EDC Supply, and I would ask you guys to check out their website, which is also linked in the description. They have some really cool stuff there, including this. This is my favorite thing to ever come out of Urban EDC Supply, so I was really happy that they wanted to donate a variant of this that I think literally everybody will like. So here we go. Let's find out what it is. Do a little live unboxing here. Piece it. There we go. So we have a pouch, and inside this pouch, we have the beautiful Stormtrooper edition of the Urban EDC Supply F5.5, which is PVD coated M390, white G10, and a titanium liner that has also been PVD coated. This is my favorite knife to ever come out of Urban EDC Supply. These go for about $240. I think you can actually buy or pre-order them right now. I'm not really sure. But this is a sweet knife. And if you remember my review on this, I gave it a shining review. I own one of these in full tie. This one in G10 is even a little bit lighter. And I think the best thing about this is if you get bored of the white G10 after a while, you can literally RIT dye this thing any color you want. But the PVD coated M390 blade is wonderful. This is so easy to manipulate. It's just like a weird cousin of like a Spyderco knife, but it's doing its own thing. And it's just, oh God, it's such a great knife. Before I give that away, I'm going to give away 10 free memberships just really quick. Sorry, move that out of the way. We're going to do membership gifting. I'm going to give away 10. You know what? No, I'm going to give away 20. We'll do 20 memberships real quick. So cross your fingers. If you're live in chat right now, you can win a membership. I'll give away, since we had two people donate memberships tonight, I'll match that and give away 20. So there we go. And boom, boom, there should be populating. You'll know if you start chatting and you have a little blue helmet beside your name that's new, you'll know that you won a membership. So there you go. And then we need to draw for this beautiful little baby. 938 people. That's awesome. We're at an hour 6, so I need to get this going because I'm definitely overdue. Give me a second here. Congrats to all the people who won memberships. Give me a sec. Let me copy this link. Okay, here we go. Okay, and let me get this. I'm refreshing from the last live stream, but I'm going to refresh it live on camera. So we're at commentpicker.com. And we're going to hit refresh and just do a fresh page. We're going to go down right now. Zoom in here. Piece of junk. Paste. Here's the link. This is the exact URL for the video. Anybody wanting to double check, you can do it. No problem. Type that into your browser and make sure that I'm telling the truth. That's fine. We're going to filter duplicate users. That way everybody's comment only counts for 1. Those of you who left multiple comments, sorry. 3 plus 6, let's do the security thing. That's 9. Get YouTube comments. I'm going to guess there's probably about 1,500 tonight. Let's see. Here we go. Still going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 1,602 comments. So you have a 1 in 1,602 chance of winning, obviously. We're going to go here, and as soon as I hit start there, it's going to randomly select a winner. So good luck to everybody. Let's just get this, like this. And here we go. The winner of tonight's giveaway, the Urban EDC F5.5, is Ryan Enoki. Congratulations. Commented on so many live streams. I've run out of unique things to say, so thank you. That is all. I'm glad that this is a person who has obviously been returning and trying to enter over and over and over again. That's really cool. It's always nice to see somebody like this win. We just broke 1,000 people live, so that's awesome. Thank you so much for there being so many people here. That's great. Congratulations to Ryan Enoki. Is he actually in here? Is he in here? You just won. By the way, Ryan, all you need to do is email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your shipping information. Please do not email me if you're not Ryan Enoki. It's a waste of your time. I promise. I've got a simple screening process, right? So I know who's telling the truth and who's not. Are they in here? Yeah, we did break 1,000 at the end. Oh, he's here. Yeah. Where is he? Ryan. There he is. Yeah, I see him. Yeah, finally. We got somebody in here live who won. Awesome. Congrats, man. Good deal. That way I know he's going to email me so the scammers don't have to. Right. After this is over, the link will be removed because the bots have unfortunately found a way into my unlisted videos. So like when I do the entry link, they have figured out that they can click in there and start trying to scam people who have entered. which was, I thought, a shield for a little bit, but unfortunately it's no more. But this is fine. Everybody who's here live, you already know who won, right? So by removing the link under this video after the live stream is over, it keeps the bots from getting in there and scamming people, right? So this is fine. Ryan, go ahead and email me and we'll get things squared away, and I'll get the F5.5 shipped out to you late next week, probably Thursday or Friday. Oh, this was a fun one, man. 1,000 people in here tonight on a regular live stream. Man, that's awesome. I mean, I know the population is going to drop now, but hang on. I'm going to check on my daughter real quick, and if she's up there and she's okay and my wife's not back yet, I might come down and hang out for just a second. Give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm coming back. Charlotte only lost like 200 viewers there while I was gone. Yep, roughly. Oh, boy. Now I'm sure he has my email by now, so I'm going to move that. Not that it matters, but OG's still here. Hush now, he's back. I've missed a few days due to holidays. Glad to be back. I'm glad to have you back for sure. I am very excited to see where 2023 takes this channel. I just had no idea that this was going to happen. So all of a sudden, I still feel like this channel has only begun to see its maximum potential. I really thought that I was peaked out and it would just be a slow crawl to 100K and then I would fizzle out. But apparently YouTube is nowhere near done with me. So unfortunately, you are all stuck with me for as long as I can possibly do this. I will... I can guarantee you an absolute barrage of content in 2023. I'm kicking it into overdrive, and I'm going to show you the craziest stuff that I can possibly get my hands on. Anything and everything. I'm going to make sure that it's here. So yeah, and that goes for there'll still be budget knives. I think people automatically assume that I'm just like evolving into expensive knives only, and that's not true. My own personal collection might more so consist of those things, but the content, the stuff that I review and unbox, will still consist of affordable knives in all tiers, right? Still cater to all people. It's always fun to find the next best budget knife or the next best $150 knife, right? I need to redo those top 10s. People have been asking me about that. Top 10 best under 100, under 150, under 200. I need to redo those videos because those are dated. So mid-tiers for sure. Mid-tiers are the hardest. They are the hardest. The mid-tier knives. $100 to $200 is the hardest area to nail down. Because that's, oh, man, people are fierce about what they consider to be optimal in that zone. That is largely by many, not just me, but by many people, that is that's considered to be the point of diminishing returns in the knife world, where you're getting the absolute best like ratios of production quality, properly heat treated blade materials, premium blade materials, premium handle materials, right? the balance of functionality and value, like overall, that's a hard spot to nail down. And it's getting very competitive. Kunwu is knocking it out of the park on the upper end. Kaiser's still doing a good job there. And there's some other companies too. I think Miguron has a spot there. Absolutely, right? I'd like to see I'd like to see Kershaw really do some great stuff there. I'd like to see Benchmade continue to do interesting things there. It's becoming harder for US companies, right? The Max Ace Black Mirror is hands down one of the, if they actually are heat treating that blade material properly, which I'm kind of unsure about. I don't know. The Max Ace Black Mirror, when you could get it for $150, was one of the most impressive. My God. The Black Mirror was insane. I couldn't believe it. Max Ace would be smart to attack that territory. I don't know that there's a lot of opportunity and markup there, so they'd have to develop something that was easy to manufacture in large quantities, that was appealing to people specifically searching, right? And then, of course, they got to kick it out to all the reviewers so we can rant and rave about it, if it is, in fact, something that is rentable and raveable. The F5.5 is a very good knife. And this is isn't this cool? I told them, I said, you guys should do as many versions of this as possible, because the F5.5 is just a really good knife. Like, this Stormtrooper version is really cool. I know they're going to keep doing the titanium. I'll show you. I still have my titanium one, which I carry periodically. Here it is right here. I love this. I love this, and it's so cool. I hope they continue to do this. It's just great. The only difference between this one and this one is just the weight. Like, this guy's just lighter. You want me to weigh him real quick so you guys know? Ryan knows he won. I'm going to move his thing. Where's my scale? There it is. The titanium one weighs 4.37 ounces. The Stormtrooper G10 one weighs 3.5 ounces, which is pretty perfect considering the blade length. Well, it's 3 inches. 7 inches, 3 inches. Balance. Oh, right there. Right there. Right behind the pivot. Beautiful. Beautiful. And the action's good too. Oh yeah. We're good to go. Centered, all of that. Good stuff. Urban Display. If you didn't win this, use my link. Of course, use my link, right? But just go to Urban EDC Supply and check it out. It's worth picking up. This is a great knife. Really happy that they decided to do this. That was really kind. So you get an opportunity, if you follow them on social media, just give them let them know. Comment in one of their posts. Say, hey, thanks. That was cool what you did. The guys at Urban EDC Supply, Matt, who I've been talking with for quite a while now, is a really, really nice guy. And they're not pushy. They're just like, here's our stuff. Say whatever you want. They're the right type of people that I like to work with, because they're like, do you want to look at this? Okay, here you go. Whatever you think is fine. So it's a good, that's indications of a well-run organization, at least from my perspective. Pay to play? What do you mean pay to play? You can go there and buy knives, and then you can get the knife. What do you mean they're pay to play? I don't understand. I'll hear you out. I just don't understand what you mean. Tiers. What does that mean? Tiers. Somebody explain. I don't have the full context here. You spend $5K and get access to better stuff? Like, what do you mean? Like exclusive stuff? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I guess I don't really like that. They're not the only retailer that does that, and a lot of them do it behind the curtains. So I don't know. I mean, if you spend a lot of money, then you get access to stuff that's exclusively available to people who spend a lot of money. Not really a fair way to do things. But I mean, if not somebody who's interested in, I would venture to guess that the stuff that's exclusively available is probably in a price tier that maybe certain people are only interested in anyway. I don't know. That would be my guess on the structure. But if you're interested in just the F5.5, it's readily available for everybody, right? So I guess it depends on what it is that they're offering and whether or not you're interested in it. If the thing that's exclusively offered is not something that you're interested in, then it doesn't seem like a good use of energy, emotional energy, right? So I guess it just depends. I can kind of understand that perspective. Yeah, it can be kind of bothersome. So, all right, I can hear my daughter running around, so it's time to go. Congrats again to the winner. I hope you all had a, whoops. Oh, the movie's over. Do you want to come in and say hi real quick before we sign off?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you watch?
I watched Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
That's a cool knife.
Oh, yeah. What was your favorite part?
I like the girl who's little because she's mad at Wreck-It Ralph, so that's why I like her.
She's mad at Wreck-It Ralph. Why is she upset with Wreck-It Ralph?
Well, cause she broke his necklace heart.
She broke his necklace heart?
Yeah.
And that was important to him.
Yeah.
Were they friends at the end? Did they reconcile?
There was a big Wreck-It Ralph this time, so that's why there was a lot of Wreck-It Ralph, and the Wreck-It Ralph say, "Whoa!" Can I be careful with those swords?
No, the letter openers? I'll tell you what. Here, reach your hand out here. I'll let you hold it for a sec, okay?
Okay. Like, I'll hold this.
It's not sharp, guys. It's just a letter opener. You have to hold it out for everybody to see. It's the Excalibur letter opener here. What do you like about this?
It's cool.
It's cool?
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't get it too close to your face. There you go. It's just for opening letters. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
It's almost your size.
Can you let me play what I can play with?
The tools?
Yeah.
No. We got to go. You tell everybody bye, okay?
Bye.
Okay. Let me sign off here.
Bye.
Okay.
Why don't they hear me?
They do. You just can't hear them.
Are you calling them?
Yeah, well, kind of. I'm kind of calling them.
Do they still hear you when we're talking?
No. As soon as I push this button, they won't hear me anymore.
But do they hear us right now?
Yeah.
Then you push it.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend.
Daddy, tell them that you have a kid.
They know. If they can hear you. It's the fact that I have a child is apparent. Okay. See you guys. Bye.
Ooh.